Hello mathematicians. Today we are going to use a really quick version of the long division algorithm to solve division problems using numbers that are bigger than 100. Because when our numbers get over 100, they are a little bit tricky to share equally by drawing them or by doing repeated subtraction. So today we're going to look at how we can use the algorithm when there is nothing left over, when there's no remainders. It's very quick and very easy once you learn the steps. So the first one we're going to look at is 636 divided by 3. So we're going to write that as a division algorithm, just like Mrs. Barr showed you in class. So we will do 636 inside our little box, divide it by 3, and our answer is going to be on this top line. So I'm going to rub this out so I've got a little bit more space. So on this top line, I'm going to look at the first thing. We do divide, and we divide. Hello mathematicians, today we are going to use a very simple version of the long division algorithm to help us to solve problems using numbers beyond 100, so numbers that are bigger than 100. So once we get to numbers that size, it gets a little bit tricky to solve problems drawing pictures or tallies or doing repeated addition. So we have an algorithm. And this is the first stage of the algorithm. This is the stage where the algorithm works when there are no remainders. The next stage is when there are remainders, and that gets a little bit trickier. But this stage is actually really simple. So you can really work out big number problems using a very simple method. So just like I showed you in class today, we're going to put our sums, our problems into the division algorithm, which means we need to draw the little box that it goes into. So let's look at our problem. We will do 366 divided by 3. Okay, so 366, that's a big number. And if we had to draw that, that would take forever. So we're going to use our algorithm to make it faster. So 366 is what I have, 366 lollies. And I'm going to divide it into 3 groups. So 3 people can have those lollies. How many will they get each? Let's work it out. So the first thing I do is I treat each of these numbers as a separate digit. So this 3 is not 300 anymore, it's just 3. This 6 in the middle is not 60 anymore, it's just 6. And the 6 at the end is still just 6. So I'm going to look at my first digit, which is 3. 3 divided by 3 would be 1. Easy peasy. Then I look at my next one. 6 divided by 3. So you can ask yourself, how many sets of 3 are in 6? And we say in maths, 3 goes into 6. So how many times does 3 go into 6? And that means when you skip count, how many 3s does it take to get to 6? So we do 3, and then we jump to 6. How many sets of 3 did we use? We used 1, 2. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then we do the exact same here because it's the same number. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So we've solved that really big problem very quickly. 366 divided by 3 is this number on the top. That's our answer, 122. Easy peasy. The next one we'll do is 286 divided by 2. So we'll put this into our algorithm. 286 divided by 2. So split into 2 groups. And let's find out the answer on our top line. So we can just start looking at 2. Remember, we're just treating it like a digit. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2. So how many sets of 2? How many times does 2 go into 8? 2, 4, 6, 8. How many sets is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was 4 sets of 2. And then for the last one, how many times does 2 go into 6? Well, it goes 2, 4, 6. How many sets do we have? 1, 2, 3. So that would be 3 sets of 2. So now my answer, 286 divided by 2, the answer is on the top line, and that is 143. So if I had 286 lollies and I divided them by 2 people, each person would get 143 lollies. Okay, you're going to give this one a try by yourself. So we're going to put it into the algorithm, then you're going to pause the video, try the algorithm by yourself, and then check to see if you got the right answer. So we'll put it into the algorithm format. So we'll draw our little square type shape. We'll put 480 inside, and then we will be dividing that by 4. So pause the video and see how you go with this one. Okay, now that you've tried it yourself, we'll check the answer. So we have 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4, so how many sets of 4 are in 8? 4 goes into 8. 4, 8. I've landed on 8, so I know I'm finished. 1, 2 sets of 4. I'll put my 2 up here because it's 2 sets of 4. And then don't forget the last one. So some of you might have 12 as your answer. But if you forgot the 0, you have to remember 0 divided by 4 is just 0. So the answer is 120. 480 divided by 4 is 120. If you got that right, that's fantastic. If you didn't get it right, go back to the start of the video and just watch through the steps again and just practice trying this one again and see if you got it right. If it's just because you missed out the 0 at the end, don't worry too much. All right, let's try the next one. This is a really big number. I have 963 lollies, and I'm going to divide them by 3 children. Those children are going to get lots of lollies. How many lollies does each child get? So we're going to put our numbers into the algorithm format. 963 divided by 3. And you're going to pause the video and work out the answer. Okay, now that you have had a little go at this one yourself, let's check and see if you were correct. So 9 divided by 3. Let's have a look. How many sets of 3? How many 3s are in 9? So a 3 goes into 9. 3, 6, 9. So how many times did I use a set of 3? 1, 2, 3. 3 sets of 3. 6 divided by 3. 3 goes into 6. How many times? 3, 6. How many groups did I have? 1, 2. 2 groups of 3. And then the last one, 3 divided by 3, is just 1, because it's just one group of 3. And now I've taken that really big number and I've divided it quite easily. 963 divided by 3, my answer is on the top line. Each person would get 321 lollies. Now you have some examples to try in your class notebook. Give them a try. Make sure you show any of your working. So if you're recording your skip counting and things, feel free to write that on your class notebook, or you can do that on a little bit of paper if it makes you feel better. Give them a try. Remember, you can watch the video as many times as you want to try and understand this, or if you feel like it's a little bit tricky and you're getting a bit confused, then come and see Mrs. Barr and I will be happy to help you. Bye.